Hi. Okay, I'm back. I just finished up a shadow reading, and now I'm here to do a love reading. What's happening for us or for you in the realm of the heart? We just came through Valentine's Day, and I didn't do a reading for Valentine's Day, so it's a nice time to do one now. Maybe revisit love. What's happening for romantic love? So if you want to know that, tune in here. What's happening for you in the realm of the heart? Post Valentine's Day, which like any holiday can have a mixed bag of feelings associated with it. Tell me about what's happening for you with love. Thank you for being here and for subscribing and viewing and commenting. Anything that supports my channel's growth is very appreciated on my end. I know there are thousands of readers out there, and you could be watching any one of them, and here you are watching this video, so I'm very appreciative. Thank you. What's happening for you with love? This is going to set the tone here for this layout. You hold the power in this situation. Don't forget to wield your power with ethics and from your heart. So you're in an empowered place in love. It's important that you recognize that. It's the very first card that came out. So you're being reminded. Make sure you recognize and keep in mind the power that you hold here, and that you're operating from an ethical, heart-centered place. You don't want to be stomping on people's hearts or feelings or ghosting or doing things that you want to be showing up in a place of respect for the power that you hold, where you're honest, acting from integrity, etc., right? The second card is don't cast your pearls before swine. So you need to remember as well when you're being disrespected, when you may be not getting your needs met in a relationship. So while it's asking you to maintain a healthy respect for your own power in the relationship, you also have to remember when to walk away and when someone may not be appreciating the gifts that you bring to them or to their life or to the relationship. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't scatter your energy where it's not appreciated. Keep that kind of gift to yourself if it's not going to be received, right? And then the third card is from chaos to order. So there's been a time of uncertainty and unsettled feeling in your relationship, but the important thing to realize, it's about to come into a place of order and clarity and understanding. So now what I'm going to do is do a tarot layout with these themes as the opening themes. So what are these dynamics here? You're being encouraged to keep an eye and a grounded sense of understanding of your own power, and to remain ethical with the person in question here, or in terms of your romantic interests. Know when to walk away. Like it says in The Gambler, right? Know when to walk away and know when to run. Know when to run the other way when somebody is not treating you well, right? Or when the odds are not in your favor. Know when to fold your cards. Know when to fold your hand and walk away. Know when to recognize you've given everything you can give. It's not working, and it's best for you to exit stage left. And also know that a time of order and clarity is coming in. So what now are the dynamics about this? What are the more specifics? Thank you. Ooh, the Fool. So there's a new beginning here represented. The Fool is the beginning of the tarot. So you're beginning a new hero's journey. And these are going to be important themes for you to keep in mind. You might be embarking on a new relationship, which is really exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for this layout. I think this might be a continuation of the last reading I did. So if you, right before I'm doing this layout, I did a shadow reading, and I see some similar cards coming up here. So there might be a message for you in that shadow reading as well. So at the center of things, you've been going through a time of inner work and following your own light and your own guidance around romance and around a relationship. The Hermit card, you would imagine in terms of romance, as a card of being single or not being connected to someone. It's a card of aloneness. So you've been in a period of going within, following your own light about love, and I don't feel a tense energy with that. I feel like that it's been important for you and it's been a necessary process. What's crossing it is that it's bringing something into a harmonious alignment for you in love. It's the Four of Wands, which is a very stable, joyful, wonderful card, often portrayed as a wedding canopy. So that can be a really fortuitous card for romance, seeing the Four of Wands here. It can be a card of union and coming together. It's also the card of 1111, which is a significant number in numerology. So these are beautiful cards to be in harmony here at the center of the reading. These cards are reinforcing one another and aiding one another in bringing in a healthy, joyful relationship, because you've been willing to go within and follow your own light. And this is really echoed by the star here. In the seen world is the star. So you're really following the light of your inner guidance and the guidance of the heavens, of your wishes and your most beautiful and purest form of your dreams for yourself. That's in the seen world. It's a really gorgeous card to have show up here with these first two cards. The star is a wonderful illustration of that. The Queen of the Queen of Pentacles is the card in the unseen. So what you may not be aware of, or what other people around you may not be aware of, is that you are magnetizing everything you dream of towards you. You are attracting it. You're in an abundant, attractive, and beautiful energy for yourself. So this is a very fortuitous central column of this layout. It's a very beautiful, hopeful message about love for you. I just got a lot of goosebumps. So I have the feeling that somebody's really wanting to hear this, and I hope that this is reaching you. It's very positive. This is a really positive omen for you. You've just come through a very abundant time, a time of recognition that you have everything you need. You may have just come into a windfall of money, but it can also be just recognizing that you're in a place of abundance where you have all of your material needs met in a way that's kind of beyond, right? Like, oh man, I have everything I need and then some. I have everything I need and I can share the wealth with others. This image is really beautiful. It's a card of a tree covered in roses and a community gathered around it in celebration. So this is a lovely card of not just you having your needs met, but you're even able to kind of spread that joy to others around you. And in the future, the near future, is the Three of Wands. Was that what that was? Yeah, the Three of Wands, which is an excellent card of creating and co-creating with other people. New projects, new adventures, new ideas. It's the fire element. So it's newness. It's that new spark that's now coming into reality. It's not just an idea with the Ace of Wands. It's not just the opportunity showing up or even the approaching threshold that you're going to cross into. It's now in motion. Things are now moving. It might startle you almost with how quickly it's coming into motion all of a sudden in the near future, which is not an ace. It's now already even in motion. So this could even be something like someone coming along and being like, get in, we're on our way. You know, what's that meme? Like, get in loser, we're on our way to, I can't think of it, but this is that kind of energy it's giving me. Is like, you've been in this manifesting place, this incredibly empowered state of alignment, coming into alignment for your greatest dreams. And this is now saying all of a sudden it's going to take off in a way that might be a little bit surprising, because it's already a little bit farther along than you thought. You're in a place of having had to stand your ground. So this may have been hard won. This solid place that you're in of trusting yourself and trusting what you're creating for yourself has been hard won, and it's come after a period of standing your ground. So you might have recognized there was an imbalance in love, and you refused to move forward until things came into a further alignment for yourself. So that might mean, rather than follow every temptation or every opportunity or every, opportunity to ignore your needs and to just have an instant gratification. This is saying you're not doing that anymore. You're now standing your ground and you're going to hold out for the things that meet all of your needs, not just your sexual needs, not just your heart-centered needs, right? Not just your cerebral needs. This is a card of standing your ground and holding out for the whole package because you know that that's where you are in life. You're not playing small anymore. You're not doing relationships that have push-pull, unhealthy dynamics. By standing your ground, you're calling in a relationship that meets you where you are on all levels, Queen of Pentacles. You're calling in a relationship that can match you. The energy coming towards you is the Five of Swords. So this might be the person that you're interested in, and they're in a little bit of conflict. They might not know how to handle you in this new empowered place that you're in. They might feel intimidated. They might feel at odds. They might feel like they still have more words they want to exchange with you. But to me, this is the partner in question. You are in this really abundant and solid energy. The person in question for you, not so much. They're in a conflicted place. And that doesn't mean, I mean, you may have been in a conflicted place 2 days ago and now you're here. So this doesn't indicate any kind of permanency, but there's tension here. The person coming towards you is in conflict. They might be feeling threatened by the fact that you've grown beyond the conflict, or that you are empowered and you don't need from a place of lack, right? You're in an abundant place. You're not coming to them from a place of lack. And sometimes imbalanced relationships, that's what happens. One person feels perpetually in lack and the other person is the one in control, like coercive controlling relationships, for example. I'm not seeing that here necessarily. I'm just using that as an example. So your love interest is in a conflicted place, and we can get more information if we need to. And then your greatest hopes and fears is represented here by the Five of Wands. So that's another, it's an echo of the Five of Swords. So you would like to move past the conflict, which to you feels like a little bit of a distraction or child's play, or not that interesting to you anymore. Like you might be, this is the kind of thing that might have been able to hook you in the past, but that you're not into anymore. You've kind of transcended it or moved beyond it or stood your ground around it. And so you're really like, I don't care about this anymore. I want to move past it. These are distractions for me on my own journey. I don't want to get caught up in these disagreements because they're irrelevant in the grand scheme. I want to move beyond it. And then where energy is heading is the Knight of Cups. So like I said, you are attracting and generating by being willing to do this hard work and follow your inner light. You're attracting a love offer. Somebody's going to come in, and we'll get clarity on that, because this column here to me is the main column that needs clarity. What's going on in this tension? You're attracting in a love offer, but the Knight of Cups can be a little bit immature. He can be like a lover, but he's kind of drunk in love, right? Like he's not really, in the Sol Leone deck, in fact, that's how the Knight of Cups is shown, as a lover, but he's wasted. He's going to fall off his horse. He's so drunk. So he's a lover. He's really in his heart, but it might be a little bit fickle, right? Or transitory, or not the most mature yet. And that's reflected here with this Five of Swords. So let's just see. Let's find out more about that. What's this conflict about here? There's conflict present. It's not severe. It's not really, I mean, the two major arcana cards are the Hermit and the Star. So that's what's really important, is for you to keep following your higher wisdom and your higher light and your higher understanding that you don't want to be caught up in petty relationship conflicts anymore. You want to keep going in your own growth, where you're in a place of manifesting abundance. You're no longer in a place of lack. You don't want to be in a place of lack. The person you're with is still struggling a little bit, or the person that's on your mind, you may not even be in a relationship, but they're in a conflicted place. So let's just clarify, what's the conflict here? Why is that? There's probably not a lot you can do about that. That's important in terms of recognizing your own role in things, but maybe not. Maybe they want to hear more from you about something, or we'll just see. What's going on? Why the conflict? Five of Swords again. So this person's really conflicted because it's here twice from two different decks, and it was in the first layout. So like I said, it might be worth looking at that first layout for you around your shadow side, because the Five of Swords came up there, as well as the Empress, which is a very similar card to the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a conflict. It didn't illustrate what, it just really emphasized your lover is really conflicted right now. It's because they have a lot of options. They might be being distracted by a lot of different things. It could be substances, it could be other people and other relationships, it could be other indulgences, the Seven of Cups is a little bit of a tense card in terms of your options. So that's going on for this person, which is all the more reason why you don't want to indulge any of this kind of more petty, conflicted energy. You're in a standing your ground energy, which is a great response to the Seven of Cups. You're saying, well, if that's where you are, great. Go knock yourself out. Go have fun playing the field. I'm not interested anymore. I'm not interested in this conflict. I'm not interested in these games. To me, it's child's play and it's distraction. I'm on another tip here. I'm going forward in this one way. I'm following my inner light. You can either come with me or not. You're not attached anymore. You're not attached to this person's conflict. You're not getting sucked into the hook anymore. They are feeling it because the Five of Swords is here twice. This is really activating them. The fact that you've detached, this is now almost channeled. They don't like it. It's making them feel insecure and worried and conflicted about all their choices now. Whereas before, they might have kind of felt on top, like, I have all these choices. I can do what I want. Now the fact that you're no longer engaging and you're standing your ground has them seeing none of these other choices are nearly as interesting. This has gone into a conflicted place where they may be having trouble admitting to themselves that they're not even really that interested in the other options. This is an imbalanced energy over here. It's not the kind of thing of like, I have options and I'm in a grateful place about that. It's not that kind of energy. It's a conflicted game playing kind of energy. They want the new start with you. They don't want to be left behind. They want the Fool energy here. They want a new beginning. They want to move past this stuff. I don't know what is the conflict though. So let's figure this out. They want a new start. They want to come towards you. It's going to go from a chaotic time of these five energies, because we've got 3 5s here now. It's going to go from this chaotic, conflicted 5 energy into a place of order. So what does that mean? You've stood your ground. You decided, I'm not going to cast my pearls before swine anymore because this person can't make up their mind or keeps trying to approach me from a low vibe or from a game playing place. You've been like, nah, I'm not interested anymore. I've got my own thing going. So what about this Knight of Cups here? What is that quality of that Knight of Cups coming in the outcome position? You just need to remember that you're in your power. You have transcended this kind of petty conflict and you're like, I don't need to keep engaging with you. I'm not going to keep trying to exchange barbs with you. I'm not going to, because I've recognized that my power is in a different place than that. It's not in these games and jealousy and all that, right? So what's the Knight of Cups here? The Magician, the Four of Wands. So they want what you want. They want this harmonious union. So the fact that it's shown up twice now for them as well is a good sign, in my opinion. If they can let go of this kind of bullshit. This is like low vibrational stuff over here. We all go there though. I'm not trying to say that you aren't going to go here again too at some point. We're all humans. It's not like we're gods. Kind of we are, but you know, we're in human body. Yeah, this is lovely. So this person is, I'm not so sure. What about this Magician card? This person is going to do the work. That's the sense that I have. But when they come towards you, it might still be in a little bit of immature energy. But what's going on beyond under the surface is that this person is a magus. This person that is your lover is a magician. He was a magician that maybe up until now had not really done a lot of integrating work around his shadow, his or hers. And I say he because the magician's a man, but we're talking, this can be, however, you could be a woman, this magician could be a woman. It's not about gender. What's with the Magician card? He's very powerful as well. He wants this love with you. But he might have been distracted, and the magician's vulnerability is abusing power because they're distracted by unintegrated shadow sides or by an unchecked desire for power. So this could be somebody who feels so vulnerable that they're trying to keep their power by playing games with you, or that may have been how it was in the past. You at some point recognize this isn't for me anymore. But the good thing is that because you have done that and held your ground and said, I'm not going to participate in this kind of thing, it's now attracting this lover to you in a new way. That's Death and the Emperor. This person is going through an ego death, and he's really a magician. He might still be, by the time he's coming back into your energy here, he or she, they might still be in a little bit of this. Let's see here, just the Magician. What about the Magician? Is there anything to watch out for with that energy? Got Victory, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So no, he's just going to be like, oh, I just had a really sweet image come to mind, and you'll appreciate this if you're a Disney fan. This magician here is going to show up again in this relationship like the Magician's Apprentice in Disney from Fantasia. So in that animation, Mickey is the apprentice, and he goes a little bit beyond what he should. He gets too big for his britches as an apprentice, and while his teacher is gone, he gets into mischief, and he creates that whole mess for himself with those brooms that keep multiplying, right? Because he casts out magic without understanding the implications of what he's doing. This has a little bit of that quality. This person truly is a magician. They're overcoming some stuff, and they're going to show back up to you and make this offer. And it's not intended in a negative way. It's not manipulative. It's not, this person's heart is in the right place, but they're coming in a little bit immature. So that's okay. We all have been there. I don't say that with judgment. I just say it as an illustration of the energy that they're going to be in. They're coming back in with a page. They're coming in with an offer. They feel happy and victorious after having transcended some dark times in their life, maybe about this relationship. And they want to get serious. They want to tell you and show you that they're serious about you. But it's young and it's new. It's beautiful, though. And if you think of the Magician's Apprentice, if you think of Mickey in that animation in Fantasia, you care for him and you relate to him and you understand how he got himself in that mess. I did anyways as a kid. You get stressed out for him because you worry. And then when the magician comes home, he's angry and you're worried, oh my God, because that magician is powerful in Fantasia. And he writes all the, it's just cool. That image coming up is neat. I don't know why or where it came from, but I love Fantasia, and that's a really cool image to have come through here. And it's that image. Mickey Mouse is not, he doesn't mean any harm in that, but he's still a little bit young and maybe has not a total understanding of power, right? That's okay. Just as long as you know that, you can both come together. This is a really beautiful union, harmonizing layout, in spite of the fact that there's a little bit of young energy here. Everything has to start somewhere, right? So what should you know? What are some takeaways for you? How should you be, what's going to be helpful for you to know when this person returns to you? Because they're coming back. You might be in a period of separation where you've had to kind of go within and realize, I'm not going to stand for any of this kind of gamey vibe that we've been in. It just doesn't work for me anymore. I want to move beyond it. So when this person returns, what's going to be helpful for you? What's an animal spirit that can be helpful for you when this person returns? I pulled two, so seal and hare. So it's going to be really passionate, for one. Hare is a very, I don't have to illustrate. If you know anything about rabbits, you know. This is going to be a very, and this is the Knight of Cups, is rabbit-like energy, very lustful. Intuitive moonlight, illumination, negotiation, fertility, fortune, plenty, unpredictability, trickster, haphazard. So yeah, that's that Knight of Cups. He's sincere, but he's not quite the most stable energy yet. So you just need to know that going in. It's okay to embrace it. It's okay to embrace the passion that's present here. You just can't put your blinders on. You can't get swept up in it like Mickey did with having that opportunity. You've got to still stay humble a little bit. And hopefully this magician will recognize he needs to stay humble too. He's stumbling in with a little bit of like horniness or like lust, right? And passion for you. And that's okay. That's not wrong. You can indulge it. It's safe to indulge it. What's the other card here though? Seal. So this could be like Selkie energy. What is it? Imagination, creativity, talent, idealism, flexibility, changeability, victimization, self-denial, and regret. So you're going to really need to keep holding your ground. You don't want to lapse back into this type of stuff. And he or she might be a tiny bit vulnerable to that because they're still in kind of this young energy where if they feel slighted or don't like how you're acting at some point, they might regress a little bit back into this kind of tit for tat. So you just have to watch out for that. Be aware that when this lever comes back around, it's young energy, it's very passionate energy. It's not steering you away from that, but it's telling you don't lose your head. This is still not fully stabilized. There's a lot of passion and a lot of fire. There's not a ton of pentacles here. So that's just going to be important for you to know that I'm kind of honestly excited for you. This is the kind of stuff that makes life worth living, really. This kind of passionate relationship where there's growth and healing and fire and matching one another and passion. And I mean, it's all really like, what the hell are we alive for if not to have things like this in our bodies that we get to experience on this human plane, on the earth plane. But just watch out. There's still a little bit of newness and youngness and instability. The Page of Pentacles here shows me that this person's serious about building something with you. It's just new. So anyways, thank you much. That's the end of that reading. Sending you my love and respect, and have a good one.